Today, we are going to pull back the curtain on one of the most dynamic, one of the most visible, and absolutely one of the most critical leadership roles in any hotel, the front office manager. And let me tell you, this is about so much more than just managing check-ins. We're talking about being the architect of the entire guest experience, right from the moment they walk through the door. So let's dive in and really explore what it means to lead from the front.
You know, this quote just perfectly captures the essence of it all. The front office manager is the one leading the team that sets the first impression, shapes that lasting memory, and really defines the hotel's reputation. You could say they are the ultimate brand ambassador, standing at that exact point where the hotel's strategy meets real-world guest service.
Hello and welcome. I am your hotel AI expert, and it's my pleasure to guide you on this online learning journey with Europe Hotel School. Now, whether you're a student just embarking on your career in hospitality, or maybe you're a seasoned professional looking to sharpen your skills, understanding this role is absolutely key. In this explainer, we're going to break down the 5 core pillars that make a front office manager truly exceptional.
Okay, so let's get started with the first and maybe the most fundamental pillar of the role, being the hotel's visible leader. Think of this manager as that crucial bridge, the person who takes the big picture hotel strategy and translates it into the day-to-day service that our guests actually feel and experience.
At the very heart of this is a concept we call service leadership. And it's so much more than just telling people what to do. It's about actively building a culture. You see, you can have the most advanced technology and the perfect number of staff, but without a strong leader who sets that tone for professionalism, for empathy, well, your service consistency is going to fail. It's that simple.
Now take a look at the sheer scope of this leadership. It's pretty amazing. The front office manager isn't just in charge of the front desk. Nope, they are the central hub, the conductor of this very complex orchestra that includes everyone from the concierge and bell staff all the way to the night auditors and reservation agents. They're the one making sure everyone is playing in harmony.
All right, so that leadership role leads us directly into the next pillar, being the operational heartbeat of the hotel. This is all about managing the non-stop, 24/7 flow of a property that quite literally never sleeps.
And here you can see the tools of the trade. The manager is constantly plugged into these complex systems. They're using the Property Manager System, or PMS, to monitor everything: reservations, finances, room status. They're analyzing room inventory to forecast what's coming, and they're building staff schedules to perfectly match that demand. These aren't just admin tasks. These are critical strategic decisions being made hour by hour. So, the crucial point here is this: understanding these systems and the entire operational flow of the hotel isn't just a nice-to-have skill, it is absolutely foundational. Without this fluency, a manager simply cannot lead effectively.
Of course, no matter how perfectly you plan, things are going to go wrong. It's just a fact of life in a hotel. And that brings us to our third pillar, the front office manager as the essential problem solver. This is where a good manager becomes a great one, by turning those inevitable challenges into genuine opportunities to provide exceptional service. And in those high-pressure moments, there is a clear framework for success. So whether a guest's room isn't quite ready or there's a specific complaint, the process is always the same. First, you have to listen actively to really hear what the issue is. Second, you have to stay calm under pressure. Panicking helps no one. Third, you decide logically, based on the facts. And finally, you act decisively to find a workable solution. And this right here, this is the tightrope they walk every single day. The ultimate goal in every single situation is to find that perfect balance. You have to satisfy the guest, make them happy, earn their loyalty, but you also have to protect the operational and financial interests of the hotel. It's a delicate art, for sure.
Now let's talk about a part of the role that I think is often underestimated: the front office manager as the financial gatekeeper. This department isn't just a place that costs money, it is a primary engine for driving revenue.
I mean, just think about this for a second. For the vast majority of hotels, room revenue is the single biggest contributor to the bottom line. And who's in charge of the department that controls that massive revenue stream? The front office manager. The financial responsibility is just immense.
So this manager's performance is measured by some key financial metrics. You can see them here. They live and breathe numbers like ADR, which is the average daily rate, basically the average price paid for a room. They're constantly tracking occupancy, how full the hotel is, and most importantly, they're focused on RevPAR, which is revenue per available room.
That one combines the other two to give the truest picture of financial health. Every decision they make, from training staff on upselling to managing inventory, directly hits these critical numbers.
So, after all that, what does this all add up to? Well, let's look at our final section and see how this role is such a powerful professional launchpad. It equips you with skills for a career that can go far, far beyond the front desk. You see, when you truly master the front office manager position, you're not just learning one job. You are building a complete and versatile leadership toolkit. You're developing real leadership and mentorship abilities, sharp strategic problem-solving skills, a deep understanding of financial drivers, and that high-level emotional intelligence you need to communicate effectively with absolutely everyone.
And that's really the key takeaway I want you to have. These are not just hotel skills. These are high-value leadership skills. They are directly transferable to almost any people-focused service industry you can think of, whether that's managing a first-class airline cabin, leading a corporate relations team, or overseeing a luxury retail brand.
So, what we've covered today gives you the blueprint, the framework for what makes a great front office manager. It provides the knowledge. But as you move forward in your own career, the real question you have to ask yourself is this: do you have the character to lead?